We were just speaking there in the break, Viddal, about the scene in your division, especially with it being on the domestic front. We've mentioned a little group of fighters there from English level, British level, up to European level, which are all UK based, which is extremely exciting. It should be relatively easy maybe to make some matchups, but we understand now the politics of this game sometimes gets in the way of certain things. And then we go right up to the world level, and we've got obviously Chris Billam-Smith and Richard Riakporhe having a little bit of a throwdown as well. Still waiting for all that date-wise just to be signed off, but it's on. Exciting. For you, from your point of view, as a young guy with big aspirations, that's an exciting division to be a part of.
No, it's a very good division to be a part of. I think it all goes in waves in boxing, you know, like the heavyweight division's always something that's alive, and then other divisions have their era and they kind of fall off. Welterweight's another weight that's always on, but cruiserweight is on right now. There's a lot of good competition, especially domestically, that is branching out into the world rankings, like you're saying. So there should be a lot of fights that can be made. We should be entertained. The people should be getting treated often.
Right, I'm going to put you on the spot here, right? Mm-hmm. Who out of the current crop of British cruisers then do you think gives you the toughest challenge?
And this is including the world people
Top,
at the world level.
Wherever you want to go, mate. Wherever you want to go.
Who gives me the most trouble? Who would give me the most trouble? They all got their bits. This is something I sit down and think about.
The answer is none of them remember, is it, Viddal?
No, I'm not that guy, man. I don't just say, none of them. Like, I think who would actually be the person to test me? Probably Richard. I'd say Richard.
For what reasons?
Just his attributes, just the way he's set up. He's tall, he's rangy, he got power, he got good technique. You know what I mean? It's a chess match. It's going to be a chess match. It's not going to be a war. It's going to be strategic, you know. And
if you zig when you zag, then it's over. Type of thing.
Well, let's name the people. Obviously, Isaac Chamberlain's a fight that we want to see you in going forward.
Current British champion. I think he might be going and hopefully challenging at European level.
But hopefully these guys will fight next.
Yeah.
If Viddal comes through against
when.
Okay, exactly. I was waiting for you to say that. Chris Billam-Smith, Richard Riakporhe, Riakporhe.
Well, you're going. I'm away from UK now.
But we're climbing the mountain.
Oh, you're just doing it. You're doing it all now.
We're getting it all in by 10 o'clock.
He's putting them all in, right? Go on.
Riakporhe, Alois Jr., who's going to be dangerous for everyone with his power.
Don't forget Lawrence. Has Lawrence gone to heavyweight yet, or is he still here?
Bridge. He's going to bridge, isn't he, for a while? He's going to get a world title there. But if Lawrence Coley can make it as well.
Yeah. Chef Clark, stick him in.
Chef Clark. It's very rich.
It's good. There's
a tournament there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's enough that there could be a tournament for real if there was a format of that setup. But this is good for me. This is good for me. Like, I enjoy the fact that I've come along at this time. I'm the youngest out of all the names that you mentioned, besides Alois. But Alois is not in the title picture as of yet.
He's a way away, yeah.
But in terms of that title picture and the names you mentioned, I'm the youngest and I'm amongst them. So it goes to show I'm doing what I need to do.
All right, we like to put people on the spot in the studio. You're cool as a cucumber anyway, you always are. So you said they've all got things. Bell rings, you and Chris Billam-Smith, what happens?
He's coming out to put heat, he's going to put pressure on like he did in the amateurs. That's Chris's way. He's a very hard worker, very persistent. He attacks head, he attacks body. You got Chris.
How does it end for you then?
What, a fight with Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. You can't ask me if I think I'm going to win. That's a whole different question. I beat anybody I decide to get in the ring with.
So what happens with Richard Riakporhe and you, Bell rings?
I win.
What has he got? What qualities does he have?
The height, the obvious things that we can see, the height, the power, good technique. Those are like the three main things that he has. But whatever anyone has, when the day comes to fight them, we will devise a plan and we will win.
Isaac Chamberlain, Bell rings.
Oh, now you're really trying to draw me out on
Of course,
on the
we're here to entertain.
The bell rings with me and Isaac fight. The bell rings. There's another bell, and then there's a W for Viddal.
So you knock him out in 5, yeah?
Oh, did you count the W's? I said.
I think what Garrett's alluded to
I'm keeping going though.
Carry on then, mate. Yeah, go on. Who else do you want to make? Chef Clark.
Chef Clark.
Chuck him in. Go on.
Yeah, same thing. Like, I honestly believe that I can beat any of the names that you've mentioned. I'm smart enough to know
You
that
are.
that
You've got
time,
brilliant boxing skills.
that time and
power.
experience is an equation in these things.
Yeah.
But skill for skill, I can beat any of those.
No,
people.
you know the dance. Jayapataya.
Time comes, we take him too.
Is
If
he
he's
the
one-
number
I don't
one
wanna
in the
live-
division at the moment, as many
Yeah,
of us might
I'd say
feel?
he's the strongest champion in the division. But the one, again, going back to why I'm fighting Lowell on the 31st of March is because I don't want to get to that world level
Of course.
and have to tiptoe around
Yeah.
who's there.
Yeah.
Whoever's there, and I want to be champion, I should enter with full confidence that I'm going to beat you. And that journey starts from fights like now, my 11th fight, something to hang your hat on reference to say I belong here, not I'm the severe underdog, let's hope he does well. I don't want that energy around me once I touch that level.
Is that fight 15 onwards, something like that? Is
I
that 2
don't-
years
this-
away? Where, I
You're
know.
ready when you're ready.
I'm
aren't
not
you?
I'm not the promoter.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
the promoter. Yeah. I'm just literally in there to challenge myself and fight, and whatever fight ends up being my world title fight, that's the fight it is.
You fought in the Middle East, haven't you?
Yes.
Would you like to go back there and fight in this? I know obviously you're with Ben Shalom at the moment and Sky and Boxer, and they're not really in the same mix as Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn with all of that tournament stuff and, you know, X versus Y, 5 fighters.
Could be though.
But could be. Oh yeah, I think at some point they will. But do you fancy another Sudgeon over there to fight?
Listen, the right opportunity were there. Like I said, everything that's happened in my life is based on the right opportunity occurring. Me and my close team, my family, we check if it's right. If it's right, obviously my promoter, my whole team, and we go. I'm always open to the opportunity that is best.
Let's have a music question at the end, yeah?
Okay.
Because, you know, there's music with you as well. What you're working on musically at the moment in the dance?
So we got more music coming. I have a series called Different Sports. So it's just DS 1, 2, 3. We're up to 3 now. I'm gonna release 4 maybe sometime after the fight or just before the fight. And as always, I ring walk to one of the songs that is on the tape.
Is that counterpoint? Sorry, Ad. Is that counterpoint being musical things? Joe Calzaghe and his dad were really into music, and it gave him 7 punches, combinations. Does music for you give you rhythm and dance for the way you dance in the ring as well?
Music is a spiritual thing. I look at music as a spiritual thing. So you can always, if you got the ability to have transferable skills, whether it's music, whether it's football, boxing, you can find a way where things align. And music for sure, like the same way you find your way that you structure a song and what works for you is the same way you find a style when you box and what works for you also. So I always find a way to merge one thing to another and get the most out of it.
How important is it to have those other creative aspects of your life, not
Very
just
important.
concentrating purely on the boxing?
Very important, because I'm not just a fighter. You know, I'm not just a fighter. I'm a son. I'm an uncle. I'm a rapper. I'm a YouTuber. There's many elements to me. None of us are just one person. You're presented today, but you won't be when you're done. And I just like to express and show people that because I have confidence in those elements and how well I can do them, that I can share them with the world.
We've got to go to news and sport in a bit, Ad, and you'll take us there. But can I just ask you, because people are always fascinated with KSI, how impressive has that guy been in terms of his improvements as a boxer, as a man, physically, all those things?
Massive, because when I met him, I couldn't envision him fighting in Men Arena.
He was a chubby
Full
little
stop.
thing, wasn't he?
Full stop. Not against Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury, that's a whole different achievement.
Yeah.
But at the time when I met him, I didn't even think he would fight in Men Arena at all. To end up having it sold out on multiple occasions, Staples Center, it's crazy.
And producing.
O2 Arena.
But he produced.
Yeah.
In his own style, he produced.
And he made the traditional world look bad on that day with dragging Tommy into that fight. Just thought I'd throw that in.
Listen, go well with camp.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you do your thing on Easter Sunday. It's 31st of March at the O2. He's on the Clark Woodley undercard. Big English title defence against Mikhail Lowell, the former British champion at cruiserweight. And I suppose if there's a victory here, then it's got to be British title.
This is the plan. This is the plan. We win, we move on to the British, and we might see Isaac. Make sure you grab your tickets, people. Big show, big fights, enjoyment.
There you go. A little bit of an Easter Sunday special at the O2 Arena. Viddal, thank you very much for your time.